I just did a whole intro for episode 164, and I just got back from vacation, and of course I didn't have my mic on or anything like that. And I started to do the coin roll hunt, and I just happened to notice no mic, and I was like, I was gonna erase it. I'll probably put it up as like a blooper um, video, but we're doing a side by side comparison, not side by side. We're gonna do the cherry picker roll first, and then the non-cherry picker roll. And we're going to compare the finds. Thank you to everyone who said have a great vacation. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, we're starting with the cherry picker roll first. You probably already seen at this point the. So I'm going to just put it public. The blooper video. And there's such a significant difference between the non-mic and the mic. I was like, forget it. And I'm always afraid that I'm going to put the mic in. First of all, it was 7 minutes in, so people might have already X'd out. Might have already X'd out of the video, so that's another reason I don't like. A couple of times I just threw the mic in, but I'm not going to do that today. All right, without further ado, the cherry picker roll. This is the one. He leaves the copper. The first one that I picked out has several things going on. First of all, it even looks like on the bottom of the stairs. That looks to me that almost looks like a lamination error. Let me see if it's like glue or something. I don't think so. So the different color arts too. I was wondering why. How come I can't see it correctly? So that different color is usually indicative of a lamination error. I think. What do I think about this? Is this post mint damage? I don't know. I don't know. It could be collar. It could be a collar, broken collar. Could be something. But you see, part of me thinks that this is more like a. It's hard to tell. Really, it's hard to tell. I mean, the damage is pretty strong, and it's not a parking lot error. Oh, so it was funny because when I was in Delaware, right? I found one. There was one coin on the floor, and I picked it up, and it was in the parking lot. And this is what a parking lot damaged coin looks like. It was right in the beautiful, beautiful example of a parking lot. And as you can see, the field is that right. A parking lot damaged coin. The field is not going to be clean like that. It's just impossible. It's mathematically impossible. So as you can see, this is what a true parking lot damaged coin looks like. It does have those diamond chips. So, but as you can see, the field is damaged. And of course it would be if a car's 2,000, 3,000 constantly running over a coin. It's gonna damage the whole thing, not just certain little areas. That would never happen. Okay. $2016D. Now it doesn't mean that that's mint damage either, right? So don't get those two ideas confused. The fact that it's not a parking lot damaged coin. Oh, this guy's leaving everything in his. God bless him. Now, if there's any doubling on this on the obverse, it's a okay. That's probably just reflection. But let me just check that T. No. I have to look. Let me wipe it a little bit. Pretty sure, yeah, I got one here. Polishing a cloth. I just want to make sure that T looks like there's something weird on the top. I can't tell if it's um, reflection or not. So this is a great. The T, the last T is 100% doubled. You can see it on the top. So is the first T in trust. So might be some of the other letters, including some dirt there. So this is 100% an other key variety, 1963 double die on the obverse, just from the T alone, from the last T. Again, which I said I thought was reflection, but it's not. I'm gonna see if I can get it. The top of the T, there's an extra line there. And it actually goes past the T on the left, right? On the right T there, it goes past on the left. Now, is it in other places? I thought I saw it in also the first T, maybe in the W. See the W on the tops? I'm not sure if it's anyplace else. But again, the two T's, possibly the W. Let me grab a piece of paper really quickly and just write other key variety, DDO. So, see, the cherry pick is not looking for this stuff. I'm thinking, and I've said this in and Eric from keeneEyeCollectables, one of our members, that he also he said it in the comments in one of the previous videos that he felt this specific cherry picker is looking for wheat cents. $2,000, huh? And probably key dates. And everything else they send back to the bank for me. And since a key date is something you're only going to find one out of 1,000 rolls, maybe never, maybe thousands and thousands of rolls. I'm talking about a key date, a 1909 SVDB, a 1909S, a 1914D, or a 1931S. You might never, ever, ever, ever find today penny roll hunting. Never. So if that's what he's looking for, or the semi-key dates, you might find, honestly, the key dates, I'm not even going to say 1,000 rolls, you're going to find it. Maybe 10,000 rolls. 92, we're looking for the close AM. Oh. Maybe 10,000 rolls, who knows? You know, Two Shed Gabby does he does boxes and boxes and boxes, thousands, maybe hundred, maybe millions. He might have done millions of 2019 D. I don't remember finding too many 2019 Ds, I gotta tell you. I don't see anything special about this one, so I'm not going to keep it. But just thought I would mention that. There's another copper. 80D. I'm going to look at the tops of the truss there. It looks, the T, oh, we'll find out now. There's something interesting going on there. If it's an actual double die, it's a different question. So, this, I believe this is a double die. And I don't usually find copper cents with the tilted hub doubling, meaning that like you find it a lot with the zincs, but you can see it right towards the top where the letters are damaged by the hub. And I'm not sure if you can see it, how well you can see it. Yeah, okay, I put the light on so you can see it in the G. So, and you can see it in the N. So this is a double die. Yeah, this guy cares nothing about any of this stuff. And it's just basically because it's dirty and you have to know what you're looking for. Yeah, you can see in the God, it's great. So that's a really good double die for a 1980 penny. And I'll put DDO. Yeah. So again, it's just not what this person's interested in, and that's fine. That's their prerogative to do that, and they help out my channel a lot because they provide content, and if they provide a learning experience for my viewers, which I'm also very happy about. Most likely a sintered penny. All right, it's a little too close. A 70D? Let me look at that. Make sure it's not a strike through. Hard to tell. It's kind of odd that it's in that kind of pattern. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So we got the lines there, and I was like, maybe it's no big deal. And I turned it around, and it's there also. So I'm going to assume that that is some sort of mint error. It's right in one area. It's pretty cool. Yeah, but again, this person's not interested in any of that. So that was a very good example of a questionable mint error, the one I just showed with on the rim. Wow, look how close that 1 is to the 0. Guess that's normal. Rim dent. That's a mint error. Crimp roll circle. Post mint. Damage. Because that's the type of very specific damage on that rim that if it is from the mint, one of the error websites will show that, and they'll tell you exactly what it is. So so these are the types of pennies, to keep, because one day you might run across the error on a website and be like, "Oh, I got that, and it'll tell you. But if you chuck it, you'll never know. Um, and then you can try to sell it. So this might be our first non-error copper that we found today. All right, so we're on the board with a regular copper. I mean, there's a ton of copper in this roll. That's great. Because if nothing else, you got some value, just by pulling the copper out. Um, yeah, so I got about, I don't know, maybe 100 or so. Nah, not 100. Maybe like 50 or so of his rolls. Maybe less now because I have went through a bunch of them on the channel. Here I got 30 or 40 now. But so I spoke with the teller there, and do they still call them tellers? I don't know. And she knows that. Oh wow! Think this is copper? I don't think this is copper because of that dent on the side. I don't think it's copper. What a beauty, though! But it looks like copper. Nah, I knew it. And the reverse has some sort of different type of finish than the obverse. A little different. Right. So I won't be getting any more. So where I'm looking for cherry pick a roll. So this is it, really. I mean, this is going to be a brief, moment, right? We're talking about a few months, maybe, of looking at, here and there, looking at a cherry pick a roll. And then all of a sudden, we're probably not going to do it. Maybe we'll do it once a year or something, if ever, So I would encourage the viewers to take advantage of this opportunity, because most coin roll hunters are not going to do this. They're not going to show you. That could be a die clash. It's a little weird. You see like a little shape there. 82 small date. We got to weigh it. 82 small date. Wow. If that was a D, if there was a, well, no. It would have to be a D and it would have to be copper. So there was more, there was more to just being a D. Because I think it's, let me take a look at it and tell you what I think it is. I think this is a zinc. I think it's a zinc. So 257, 256. Yeah, so it's zinc. I was right. I'm wrong sometimes, but you can tell. So it's a zinc small date. How do you know it's a small date? You know it's zinc because of the weight, right? 2.5-ish is a zinc. Over 3 grams is copper. It's because of the 2. If you look at the 2, right? If you look right there, now I'll try to cover up the last piece. If you look at the 2 and you take off the little line on the bottom, it looks like a question mark. You see how it looks like a question mark? That's how you know it's a small date. If it looks like a candy cane, if it doesn't have that curve on the bottom, then it's a large date. So question mark, small date. Candy cane, large date. It's pretty cool. So that's another cool penny we found today. A nice, and that's pretty nice condition, to be honest with you. Might even be, low MS, high AU. So it might be worth a couple dollars, actually. It's funny because that 82 right there and the other key variety 63 DDO are most likely worth more than most of the wheat cents that the cherry picker is going to find, and maybe all of them. Right? I mean, he might go through, whatever, 1,000 rolls, and in those 1,000 rolls, he might find 20 wheat cents or 30 wheat cents. And a wheat cent's typical average wheat cent's worth maybe a quarter, maybe. It's in really nice condition, a buck, maybe. And this DDO might be worth $10. This small, and I didn't even check for errors or anything like that because his tie right there looks weird. And that might be a die clash on the reverse. Might be all kinds of stuff. But, this might be a $2 penny. A zinc small date. Then, of course, the copper. Each copper is worth over 3 cents. See, this is like a parking lot, maybe something. It's all over the field. It's nice and evenly spread out over the field. Yeah, probably not a parking lot penny. This one's probably not. What a beauty, huh? I'll put this with yeah, I'll put it over here. I'll put this with the AU pennies. A ton of copper. He left a lot of copper in this roll. I mean, he left all the copper, whatever was there, he just put back. Wow. This might even be an uncirculated penny. Wow. Maybe even a mint-like, proof-like. That's crazy. Now, the funny thing is 2006D. The funny thing is I would not be surprised. Wow, that's a beauty, huh? That's an absolute smoker. I would not be surprised if this cherry pickers roll actually is better than the non-cherry picker roll. It would not surprise me. But we'll find out. We'll find out in a minute. We got 5 more pennies to look through, see if we find anything interesting. 2017 P. I don't hold on to these. I know a lot of people do for one reason or another. I do not. Another copper. Remember. Wow. Misaligned die or collar or rim. Something's going on there. All right, so we're going to go straight into the other roll. No playing around. Wow. And we're going to see. Wow, this person really did very, very. Okay, I got something. I need a little assistance. I have this little smooth thing here. Okay, thank you. You gotta keep all your little tools, you know, on your in front of you on your desk. Okay, try not to be messy. I was messy, Jesse. All right. Also a bunch of copper, as you can see. Well, I think so. I think there's copper here. And what I'll do is that's the copper we found, and these are the special pennies we found from the cherry pickers roll. So now we're gonna do the notch, and I'll put the other one on a separate line up here, and that's the comparison. I'll probably do that in a separate video, the comparison, just for time's sake, because it looks like we're already gonna hit a 92 misaligned die. So that is super. Don't find that misaligned dies in on is on the reverse also. It is. So this is a off-centered. All we need now is a wide AM, and we're in business. Is it wide or close? Close AM. I'm going to say that's not a close AM. I'm going to look at it. It is absolutely not a close AM. The reverse is not that off-centered, misaligned as the obverse is. So it's a close call on, but it is slightly misaligned on the reverse. So it's a close call on whether or not it's off-centered or not. But still a pretty cool maybe some other stuff going on. All right, so we'll hold on to that. In 82, I'm pretty sure this is copper. We have to weigh it. This is a, remember I was telling you about the candy cane, so right? That's not a question mark. That's a candy cane. So this is a large date. All right, and let's see. I think it's copper. 314, 313. It is copper. All right, so we're on the board with copper. It's an 82 variety. It's in fine condition. Possible. It's just that there's damage there and dirt, so it's hard to tell. But possible dye clash. This one's good for cleaning, just to see if anything pops up afterwards. That looks very dye clashy to me. I'll clean it. Have a little clean pile there for those little question marks. Yeah, so it's good to be back, man. I mean, vacations are great. I love them. I love going places with my wife. We have a nice time. Here's another 92. Not misaligned. She really needs to break from her job. It's very, she has a very physically demanding job in the medical field profession. On her feet all day, you know, so it's nice to give her a break for a while. 2010, first Shield year. Um, but it's nice. It's nice for me to get back and do the things I like. You can see the last column space is looks like it's coming out. That's usually the one you find issues with. 94D, not the special one. It's the actually the P you're looking for is the DDR. There's another one. That's interesting. Let's see, what year is it? 2007. It's not quite there, you know, but you can see that's why they always have issues. You can tell something about that last column. Maybe the way the hammer hits the planchet, you know. Let's see, a copper. Looks like a copper. 75. All right, so we got a copper. Hard to tell. Could be some doubling going on in this one. Let me look at it. It's definitely on close to the rim. I'm going to say no to it. It is close. Maybe a little tilting going on. Put this with the, that's really nice condition. Might even be close to AU. Little rotated, possibly. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. Slightly rotated. We'll see what I put that. I'll probably put that with the fines. I don't know if that's nice enough for AU. I'll have to look at it later. And I will put the other video, the one, the actual comparison, because it's going to be, like I said, this is going to be a little bit too long to add more to the end. But I will upload them for the same day. So if you don't see it, just go into the playlist or the videos recent, and it should be there. With that said, I'd like to thank everyone who's still here after 36 minutes. 92, close AM, not close AM. Look at that, how the dirt is straight line right there, huh? Or the corrosion or whatever. It's kind of odd. Okay, it's got some doubling, tilted hub doubling on the O. No value. I mean, it could be valuable if it was really significant, like a super doubling. Yeah, those might be worth a couple bucks. 95. We're gonna look for some doubling on the obverse. That would be a other key variety. I'm gonna say no to that. Okay, we got another copper. Another 69D. Okay. What a little tiny D that is, huh? Man. Let me look at that, man. Wow. I have to check with another D. That kind of looks wrong to me. So it's not a repunch. It's a bad punch is what I'm gonna call that. That's a poorly punched mint mark. A light punched, whatever you want to call it. If that's a special error, we will find out shortly. 67. Yeah, a lot of copper. That's nice, man. You want to see that. I like to see that. Love to find copper. A little misaligned die also. See in the bottom? See, rim, no rim. How about the outburst? Well, it's misaligned on the reverse, so. I'm gonna look at that T, because if there's, oh yeah, same thing with the Liberty. If there's any doubling here on the front, it would be a other key variety. The T has machine doubling. I am not going to consider that the other key variety. It's basically just the clad breaking, from how it was struck. And just not, if there's any doubling, it's super duper weak and arguable. So, yeah, but you can see the on the T, you can see the machine doubling. But again, it's arguable. That's the problem with these, So I'm not going to hold on to that. Someone else might, and say, hey, that's a, key variety, other key variety, and that's fine. This is copper, large date, Philadelphia. Misaligned die, but no doubling. Put that with the fines. Oh, so we had a bunch of fines in this one. 2006. Yeah, I mean, at the end of, okay, we got a die clash. We were just talking about this. Die clash and possible. I don't know if that's part of the die clash or if that is a die crack. I'm almost thinking, no, it's part of the die clash. It goes outside of the memorial. That's super duper cool. I'm thinking there should be something on the obverse. Let me look close. I don't see anything. Kind of odd. But that is a severe, severe die clash on the reverse. So hard that it becomes a die crack. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Yeah, I've never seen that before. You can see the die clash right there. I'll go zoom in a bit more, and it goes out of the right. Just follow the line. It goes out of the. You can even see something right there next to it. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's a nice error. That's the best one we found so far. Look how light the Lincoln is. You almost can't see it. Same thing with the TES there. Almost like a grease strike. I'm going to say no value to that. Misaligned. That's a beauty. Just has that corrosion on it. I'll put this with the fines only because, I mean, unless I try to take the corrosion off, but still, what's it going to be worth? It's not worth the time, really. I'll put that with the fines. It is a nice penny, though. 92. Not the close AM. So far, I'm giving the cherry picker a slight edge. The first roll, I'm going to give a slight edge on the second roll, unless we find some more something. I mean, we got that die clash, and that is definitely the one we just found. That is the star of the show. Almost a railroad rim. Not quite. So this was a nice long video for me to get back into the groove of things. I'll have another shorter long video after this comparing the two um, rolls. Oh wow, that's a beauty. I'm actually going to put this to the 865. No, it's not anything. It's not a special year, but that's a nice 65. That's a really nice 65. That's a AU. An 80, fine. A lot of fines. A lot of copper. Yeah, one more error, and I'll say that they're tie. 2000. Not the wide AM. Yeah, one more error, I'd say they're tied. You know, and this is just to show you what if you don't have a trained eye. You know, if you're not watching my videos, and this has some nice clad blisters, but it's on the date, so that's pretty cool. I mean, it's, you know, is someone gonna pay for that? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not even gonna hold on to that. The untrained eye is gonna miss all kinds of stuff. You know, and if you're watching this channel, it's because you want to learn how to better identify penny errors. 82 large date. I'm gonna say this is a zinc. So it's funny, we have the zinc small date, and now we have the zinc large date. I believe it's zinc. Yeah. 252. It's zinc. Yeah, I'll keep that down there. Still, that's I mean, it's in nice condition. Some point it might be worth $1 one day. 79. Misaligned die. I see that. I don't think that's probably from the crimp roller. Let me check it real quick. Yeah, I mean, it looks cut. I don't know if that's mint damage or not. I can't tell. I'll put this with the fines. I won't put this with the AU. It's a little too dirty. 81D. You don't find that too often. 81D. No. Eh. Sorry, buddy. Would have, should have, could have. I'll look at some of that. They almost look like bag marks, some of them. Yeah. Too bad. So sad. Ching ching. All right. I could put that with the fines. It's pretty nice. I'll put that with the fines. So a lot of copper. That's one thing I have to say about this roll. A lot of copper. Um, pretty close to the. Now, if this is a white AM, then we're in business. But it's not. Okay, so very quick rundown. I'll do. We got more copper in this roll than the other one, but less errors. So again, I mean, the copper is only worth 3 cents, right? So it's not a big deal. It's cool, but that key variety and that DDO, and I think there might be some other stuff going on there. I don't even remember from the beginning of the video. So, and regardless, the point is that if you're not looking for errors, you're not going to find them, and it doesn't matter if you got 1,000 wheat cents or not. One good error could be worth hundreds of dollars. So, all right, stay tuned, and we'll do the roundup for these in the next video. Same day. It'll be out here today. So if you don't see it, just search for it. It'll be there. Okay. Thank you. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.